Great job. Great clapping, everyone. round of applause for us. So what's up?
What's up?
You know, I sorry to talk over you immediately after I ask that question, Blair, but like I've been having this thought a lot lately where I literally don't know another. I listen to so many podcasts and literally none of them have a regular cold open. And and yet I am so stubborn about not removing the regular cold open from this podcast because I like the vibe that it gives.
Yeah. I mean, it is nice to have like a conversation to start this off, especially because for me personally, when I was regularly doing the show and the dalliances I have with it now, it is always nice to just like kind of catch up with people who I don't necessarily consider close friends, but would consider myself at least friendly with, or if not friends, but never actually get the opportunity to talk to pretty regularly because we just like have like interests that don't line up, or like social circles we're closer to or whatever.
Right.
So I enjoy people. I enjoy the company that we have on the show, pretty much unilaterally.
Yeah.
It's nice to chat.
It is nice to just have a little conversation. One of mine and Summer's friends. I actually don't. You might know her also. Elizabeth Leaf Crunch.
Yes.
Has a little server that is just dedicated to like basically it's like the virtual equivalent of just being in a coffee shop. You can join a couple of different voice channels that are representative of different tables and just like leave you like just with some ambiance and you're doing some work and stuff, and I haven't actually had the chance to dip in myself, but the concept of it is just so delightful.
That sounds tremendous. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Elizabeth is just one of my favorite people. Just
that is so Galaxy Brain, and so like in a positive way. I mean,
yeah,
so like sweet. Also,
it is. We love Elizabeth here.
That's Elizabeth. Perfect description.
Yeah.
Nice Galaxy Brain, sweet.
So here's the energy. So I have not been on the show since October.
That's correct.
The energy I'm coming into it with is that I was super exhausted all day. So I bought a medium coffee at 2:30 and finished it at 4. So I was super over caffeinated. So I overcorrected. And then I came home and smoked weed. So let's hope I didn't overcorrect in the opposite direction.
I just finished recording a different podcast this morning, and then I went for a walk, and now I'm like sort of recalibrating for Mr. Night Shyamalan.
Oh, yes.
I really thought you were just talking about
podcast brain.
I forgot the director of this movie, and I thought you were just talking referring to the evening as Mr. Night. Well, it's about to be like 6 p.m. here, so I'm really getting ready for Mr. Night.
Got my slippies on, a nice cup of chamomile tea. Mr. Night's on his way in.
Got a nice appointment with Mr. Night, if you know what I mean. They call him Mr. Nice.
Ooh.
That's nothing. That's nothing. I appreciate the courtesy giggle, but that's...
Oh, man. Well, let's get into it, huh?
Yeah. Welcome to Fear Bending, everyone. It's your number one
Mel Gibson podcast.
No. It's your number
Mel
one
Gibson fan cast.
No, it's your number one junior slump or comeback of the year podcast. I'm Sarah.
Hi.
I'm joined by regularly returning co-host Blair.
Hi.
And Summer, is this your first time on the pod?
It is, yes.
First time guest of the pod, Summer. And before I let you introduce yourself, Summer, I would just like to say to everyone, welcome to March Night Shyamalan. The
Pretty good.
The first annual question mark?
That is a promise you are making to yourself.
Yeah,
friend.
no, I'm 100%. I don't know if I don't know if Mr. Shyamalan's or like film oeuvre is like deep enough to like do this regularly, because like I think he's got like 8 or 9 movies, I think.
You're gonna have to go into like reviewing commentary tracks, director's cuts.
I'm gonna have to start reviewing
interviews.
movies that aren't even like horror movies. Like we're gonna have to do The Last Airbender on here at some point. And hey, perfect time for Summer to come back.
Yeah, true.
Sorry, Summer, that I talked over. Summer, please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Summer. What else should I say about myself?
What's your background with horror movies? If you have a favorite
Yeah.
subgenre of horror movie.
Absolutely. So I just want to say, like, this is the first time I've seen this particular movie since I was literally 8 years old.
Same.
And then that's the last time I watched horror movies for a very, very long time.
So you and friend of the pod Brooks were both scared off of horror movies forever by
Absolutely.
this movie.
Yes.
You saw that funny man in an alien costume at the birthday party, and you're like, okay, that's enough
Exactly.
movie for me.
Yep, precisely. But I've spent the like majority of quarantine just like building up my tolerance to horror movies again, and I was like so excited to just use this as like a test. Like this will be the ultimate, like if I can get through this movie, I can do anything.
And how'd it go?
Yeah, I did have to watch it like high as hell. I had Gangnam Style playing on repeat, like 5% volume. And I just had to convince myself that aliens were just gay, and then it was fine with that in mind.
That is tremendous. I am so curious. What movies have you been watching?
Oh my gosh, everything. I had a lot of catching up to do, but
Yes.
I still haven't really gotten to like some of the more modern ones, but we started watching just like all the Alien movies.
Wow. I'm genuinely surprised to hear that like you got through Aliens, and then you had to, and like Aliens was like a stepping stone to get to this. like Alien 1 is a movie that still scares me like when I watch it, even though I've seen it like a good handful of times now. That movie still gets under my skin, and this one was just like one of the funniest movies I've seen for this podcast.
That's exactly what I found when I watched it, and I felt so foolish.
You felt so foolish for Gangnam styling on it.
It was a relief, though, just like watching it and realizing, oh, I think I actually like this movie, like in a weird non-horror way.
Yeah, this one's a strange one. So we can just like dive right into it.
Yeah.
So we watched Signs for the first film of March Night Shyamalan, the 2002 follow up to Unbreakable. So was his directorial debut Sixth Sense?
I think
Ooh,
so.
that is a great question. Not a question I know the answer to.
Yeah,
Let's just figure this one out real quick.
Yes. Everyone pulls up Wikipedia real quick.
He directed something called Wide Awake. This was his first feature horror film, or not. The Sixth Sense was his first feature horror film. He directed something called Praying with Anger and Wide Awake before he did The Sixth Sense. But I would still call this
that and Stuart Little.
He
What
produced
the hell?
those. Wait.
Produced. So I was like, what the fuck? Who's touching this movie? Oh my god. Okay. Yes. It is. Yes. This movie is starring Mel Gibson. Shocked when the opening credits ran, and I saw Mel Gibson's name. Did not remember he was in this film.
The opening credits of this are fucking like. It felt like I should hear like the Looney Tunes like playing over it.
Oh,
Like the names. The name. Sorry, Blair. Go on.
Oh, the aesthetics of this film. This came out in post 9/11. It
Yes.
feels like it was.
And it feels like
came
it.
out in 1986.
so true. I feel like the whole cast really took me off guard, to be honest.
Yeah,
I was
really,
Like, Miss Sunshine.
I knew
everything.
Mel Gibson was in it. I was not expecting. Joaquin Phoenix took me off guard, and I didn't even recognize him for the first 20 minutes. I thought it was some
Yes.
Ben Shapiro lookalike.
Really, my first impression was like, Joaquin Phoenix has not fucking aged a day since 2002.
Maybe I just haven't. I don't think I've seen a movie that he's in. Actually, like I don't think I've like actually seen a feature film starring him before this one. Like
This is
I
a
didn't.
really
I
weird
didn't see
role for
Joker. I didn't see Her. I don't think that I have seen a Joaquin Phoenix picture. I saw the time when he was like visibly drunk on David Letterman.
What's the difference?
I mean, yeah.
But yeah, the Abigail Breslin, I was like, there's like I if you would ask me how like seeing Abigail Breslin's name in these credits like really just felt like a brick to the head because I was like, you were like 2, you were baby.
Yeah.
Also
Just
looking at Joaquin Phoenix's filmography, I have seen exactly one movie that he starred in, and that movie was Brother Bear.
Oh, okay. He's not even in that. He's his voice.
Yeah, just
No
his
wonder
voice.
you didn't recognize him.
Yeah. And I didn't see Joker, so.
Yeah, neither did I, but I've seen his face around. Anywho, yes.
So we
Mel
start
Gibson.
we start with Hal Gibson. We see the first shot of the movie is Mr. Gibson, a family portrait of Mr. Gibson wearing a priest collar, his wife, and his 2 beautiful bouncing baby children, and he sits like bolt upright in bed, and immediately we get like some fucking just some delightful fucking environmental storytelling because he walks out of the hallway and there's like the like dusty shape of a cross on where a cross used to be on the wall.
So on the nose.
It very is. It very is. Yes, I stand by that sentence. Yeah, it is. Mel Gibson, the least dad energy of perhaps any action star.
I think I was watching this with a bunch of friends, and one of them just said that Mel Gibson is just really just some man off the street, and like the man is not an actor. Like I'm just like
Absolutely.
there are people who I think are giant pieces of shit who I think are also like competent at acting. I think Mel Gibson is both a giant piece of shit and just a fucking brick of an actor. Like, the man does not know any facial expressions aside from staring dead-eyed into the middle distance.
Yes.
I feel like I'm watching the proto Daenerys Targaryen here.
While I was putting down some notes for this, Noah was just like reading, my partner Noah was just reading some like trivia off the IMDb. And it's so funny that you would say that he's like the least dad actor you can think of because it says that M. Night Shyamalan cast him specifically because he has like the most dad-like and like best domestic energy of like anyone he could think of or something like that, which is just terribly ironic.
I think M. Night's filmography speaks to the fact that we do not share many ideas about the world.
Yeah. But so we meet our main characters. We've got Mel Gibson, who's playing a pastor whose name I don't fucking remember.
I think it's Graham.
Oh, it is Graham. You're right.
I think they say his name exactly 5 times.
Yeah. Joaquin Phoenix as Meryl?
Meryl, yes.
Meryl, okay. Abigail Breslin as little baby Bo, and Rory McCulkin, the third McCulkin to hit it big on screen and stage, is also here as I forgot the kid's name. Also,
I have no idea. He wasn't in enough peril. Actually, he was in a considerable amount of peril. They just didn't scream his name enough.
Yeah. Oh god, I can't wait to get to the end of this movie. This movie is a real slow burn. This was another one of the ones where I kept checking the time and I was like, surely there can't be more than 20 minutes left, and it was like an hour. Because they get
Yes.
they get like right into the alien shit. Like normally there would be like some like I feel like there would normally have been like some setup of like living a regular peaceful life and then the aliens come. But like it's literally just off the bat, first thing, like the dogs are going crazy and so they run out to the field and they see these crop circles making the signs that were emblazoned all over the poster.
Yes. I will say, yes, the pacing of this film is insane.
It literally feels like
Bizarre.
it literally
It's
feels
so
like
weird.
the first 5 minutes of this movie, because like the first 5 minutes of the movie feel like the cold open of an episode of X-Files. Like it feels, because like they also give us like with the fucking like the typewriter font of like the wherever the hell this place is, we get like a title card of that font out as with like a chyron, and I'm like, okay, so when are Mulder and Scully gonna show up? This is like literally just how an episode of X-Files would start.
I couldn't get over how quickly they just accepted that it was aliens. They just like couldn't believe it would be anything else.
It's like, well, they like accept that it's aliens, and they're like, no, it's definitely not aliens. And then like an hour later, they're like, oh shit, we got proof. It is aliens. Oh fuck. And now this is a slasher movie, kind of.
This movie felt like as like I don't know if M. Night Shyamalan wrote this movie, though I assume he did. As the writing was happened, they would continuously forget like previous things they brought up. The case in point, a dead wife. We don't really experience much of dead wife until like the last
very, very end of the movie.
Right. What is the point of having an ex-priest with a dead wife if you are not going to cash in liberally on the death of this character that does not show up alive once in this movie?
Like
so true.
The losing my religion character is like one of my favorite archetypes in film. Like it is hard for me to dislike like a disillusioned pastor who is like falling out of his faith because of a tragedy or some other thing. But Mel Gibson somehow manages to fucking sell me on not enjoying that trope.
It is, as I was watching this movie, I was like, Mel Gibson is a dad, and then the cop called him father, and I was like, and a priest, and like no, like I mean, I guess I have like a moral hindsight on him as a person, but like, there is nothing pious. He does not have pious vibes.
He does not. The extent of his pious vibes is in probably my favorite scene in the... Well, we can get to my favorite scene in like 5 minutes.
He did direct and produce and co-write Passion of the Christ, though, I guess. So I don't know.
But like Rory Culkin and Abigail Breslin is like constantly like, oh, this water is gross and contaminated. We can't give it to the dog. The dog Houdini, and the dogs are Houdini and Isabel.
Yes, they are German shepherds.
Yes, and Isabel is the chunkiest German shepherd I've ever seen on screen, and I love her. And they're like, oh, The dog starts growling at something funky, and Rory Culkin is like, well, here, Abigail, I'll feed it to him. What's up, bud? And then we cut away, and then 5 minutes later, that dog has a fucking grill fork in its neck because it was trying to attack. Yeah. It was trying to attack Abigail Breslin.
Yeah. Oh my
and
gosh.
So just chalked up to weird happenstance.
So this is one of the strangest things that I noticed about this movie, and I keep thinking about it. I can't stop thinking about this. There's like no actual visual evidence of any kind that the aliens actually are hostile. We get like a little bit of something like on the radio, but like the fact that the aliens never actually show themselves to be hostile. It just feels like so low stakes the whole time. And then you see the humans throughout the movie killing each other. They killed a dog. They
right. And the thing is
that, like,
the thing that's really
weird.
Like, this is a small nit to pick with the rest of with the rest of this movie on the table that we have to deal with. But like, these kids are really fine. Like, Rory Culkin seems extremely fine about the fact that he had to literally murder his childhood dog.
Yeah.
Like, I have had to like flush my sister's dead fish down the toilet, and that caused me more trauma than Rory Culkin experienced from all of these things.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, like much like the writer, I also forgot that they killed their dog at the beginning of the movie because they do not fucking talk about it again.
Yeah, and we also meet Caroline the cop, who is just like who shows up a couple of times. Not really an important character, but she shows up.
The first scene she shows up is so funny.
It's so funny
because she shows up and she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry it took me so long to get here. This old bitch who lives in our town got she twisted her ankle diving out of the path of some skateboarders, and so she went to the local Walmart and just spit on every skateboard. And also, I have a cold now. Or she had a cold? I'm not entirely sure. That scene felt improvised.
Yeah, it absolutely did.
It is why I think it was written is because it is the least natural storytelling I've ever heard in my life. That it like just like writing on the script like, oh, this will be a fun little anecdote. I'm giving this cop character and we're telling about this town. Except it's like I messaged this to Sarah while I was watching this movie yesterday, but this movie feels like it was written, directed, and acted by aliens.
So
the way that everyone speaks, every single word
bizarre.
out of everyone's mouth
The
feels
kids are like the children are like hyper intelligent, and also, well, Rory McCulkin is like hyper intelligent, like 6-year-old vibes, which is like he's very channeling his brother in Richie Rich, honestly.
It's but also like it's like cryptic. It's like the cryptic eerie from the mouth of babes, hyper intelligent, like all of these things, and it's just like, but everyone kind of talks like that.
So
they're just like in like really like direct sentences and like clunky phrasings that no human being would. I just like I've never. Everything is like the tagline to them. Every sentence is the tagline to the movie.
Honestly,
it really does feel like the vibes of the movie are what make it so effective as a horror movie, rather than just like the plot or anything actually going on.
I know,
right? Because like when it tries to like actually do horror movie things, the only things it can conjure are just like bad jump scares. Like there are like 4 discrete jump scares that are just like a quick cut of a camera accompanied with a loud dog barking. Like this movie just feels so all over the place. We get to later that night, and Abigail Breslin wakes Mel Gibson up and is like, "Daddy, I need some water. The water near my bed is bad." And we see at this point that she's got like glasses of water strewn all about the house.
Glasses.
In Chekhov's...
The amount of novelty glasses they have.
the Chekhov's shittiest gun, by far.
But also, who lives like that? Who did they not go to like did they not get like a glassware set at their wedding or something?
Listen, when you're a divorced dad, all you have is novelty cups. Or not divorced, his wife died. I just kind of forgot about that.
When you are a widower.
When you're a widower, all you do is collect novelty cup and lie.
Yes.
But so Mel Gibson like gets her a glass of water, takes her to bed, and sits on her bed. And then she looks out her bedroom window and sees a fucked up guy standing on the roof.
It's so funny.
It's hilarious.
He's just standing there like a Danganronpa character, and he like runs downstairs and gets Joaquin Phoenix, and Joaquin is like, "Okay, let's go outside and scream like we're really angry." And this is like the one funny scene to me in this movie from Mel Gibson. Because Mel Gibson is like, well, I don't curse. It's not natural when I curse. And so they both go out screaming, and Joaquin Phoenix is doing like, "I'm gonna fucking kill you guys! I'm so angry." And then Mel Gibson runs out, like, I'm insane with anger. Get over here for an ass whooping.
This scene works. It works so well.
It's the
so
one scene that
good.
Mel Gibson. It's the one time Mel Gibson puts on a face that is not just fucking like colon L.
This scene with Gangnam Style in the background was just really doing it for me.
Oh, I have to imagine.
I should watch more movies with Gangnam Style in the background.
I will say when Mel Gibson's character is supposed to be funny on purpose, it works usually. But there's also lots of times where the performance is funny on accident.
Yeah. Right.
So they don't find the guy that's out there. He gets up on the roof and gets away from them. They're like, well, that's fucked up. And the next morning, Caroline, the cop, is there, and she's doing like this is a really nice representation of cops. I felt like, because she is trying to pin this thing on someone that she inconvenienced her the other day for no real reason other than the fact that she just wants to make lighter work for herself, and is also extremely angry about the fact that she has to ask questions because it's her job.
Yes.
Right.
Because she is just like so exasperated at the fact that these guys can't, like, it was nighttime and there was an intruder, and she seems so exasperated at these guys not being able to conjure a concrete description of this person.
Yeah, it's just, and then the whole like this conversation is so strange, and the camera work is so strange. And this is the scene where I started noticing how like it was either an early aughts style thing or just strange camera work, but like so many straight on shots, like looking directly into the camera, which is like a stylistic thing that can work, especially if you're doing something with like levity or like that is like meta or breaks the fourth wall or whatever. But like in a horror movie like this, it is strange, jarring, and distracting.
Absolutely.
And also this conversation is strange, jarring, and distracting because the cop is talking about like, this woman who came in from out of town. Maybe she was like an Olympic, like Scandinavian or something.
High jumper,
like,
yeah.
Yeah.
The whole
And
gender
there's like
conversation
it's a prolonged
was so
conversation, and I'm just watching it happen, and I'm like, so Aliens 5 minutes in was like not too fast for you, but like this is like correct. This feels like correct pacing. I just don't. Even know.
It felt like a conversation out of like a Clerks sequel. Like, I feel like Kevin Smith, huge jorts, wrote that scene.
Or like a Clerks fan fiction.
Yes, that's a conversation that they would, like, oh my god, yeah, that's a conversation that they would have had in a Clerks fanfic. Oh my, I mean, what is the View Askew universe if not Clerks fanfiction? Oh. That might be my favorite sentence I've said on this podcast.
God. And you've said some sentences.
I've said some sentences. I said John Hurt squirt shirt on this podcast.
That was immediately what came to mind, yes.
Oh my goodness.
I'm still out here searching for the white whale that is, I had to turn into Darkiplier too.
Yes.
The ultimate sentence uttered on this podcast.
Absolutely.
So, Abigail Breslin is like, Daddy, can you change the TV channel? All the TV channels are the same. And it turns out because there's like a news broadcast that has interrupted everything, which is like, news broadcasts didn't used to, like, it was always like the station, whichever the channel was on, would be like be doing the news, right? Like, obviously Cartoon Network wouldn't have its own dedicated news segment, but like every channel broadcasting the exact same news seems like a foreign concept to me.
Yeah, but there was also way less channels in 2002. I don't know.
True.
Maybe they only have like bunny ears, so they got like satellite TV.
I'm really just imagining, like, how one game of football per season is played on Nickelodeon, and they have like slime cannon graphics that go off every time someone gets a touchdown. I'm imagining that, but for like Walter Cronkite delivering news on Nickelodeon in his twilight years.
Yes.
Like, breaking news,
yes.
I'm Walter Cronkite, and today there has been a massive assault on the American people, and joining me now to commentate is SpongeBob SquarePants. Mr. SquarePants, what do you think about these terrible attacks that have happened on the World Trade Center?
Oh my god.
Sorry, this movie is so post 9/11 that it's just occupying a full space in my mind.
But that's the thing, it's pre and post 9/11.
Right, but the thing that makes it so post 9/11 is like the way that like Rory McCulkin is just like constantly like this is changing the future of the world, and how like everyone is glued to the TV constantly. Like, it feels such an intentional channeling of 9/11, like immediately post 9/11, like not like as a society post 9/11, like the way we were as a country for like a couple of weeks post 9/11.
Right,
I
yes.
hadn't thought of that. Whenever I was watching this the first time, I was living in an area that got tornadoes pretty frequently. So we did have like this sort of system where you'd get like the interruptions, even on like cartoon channels or whatever. So this was like, it still tracked to me at the time when I was 8.
Yeah, same. Yeah, I grew up in the Midwest, and we used to have like way more tornadoes.
Yeah.
But so the broadcast says for like the second time already that they have like some fucking guy on is like, this is definitely probably aliens. This is almost 100% probably certainly aliens. And then Mel Gibson's like, wow, that's fucked up. All right, family, let's go into town. And
Sounds familiar.
I we get like this I don't know if it's fun character that's like staring at the alien coverage on TV, and he's like, oh, this is just a scam to sell more soda. This is just a scam to sell more soda, because he's seen 12 soda commercials. And then at one point in the middle of the scene where Abigail Breslin and Kieran Culkin are like reading a book about aliens in the store, because it's a bookstore, he shouts, oh, there's 13, and then we get like half of an ad up for Shasta.
Yes.
I thought it was really funny.
Yeah, I laughed pretty hard at that, because that literally that basically happened last year with the obelisks that were showing up, and then like the copycat obelisks, and then it ended up being like some sort of like failed ad campaign for like a startup or whatever.
Oh, is that what that was?
I think so. That's what I remember hearing.
I don't remember how that concluded. The way I remember hearing is that like they caught somebody taking one of them down, and then that's the last we heard of it.
Yeah, I think it was like eventually, like recently, within like the last month or something, revealed that it was like a failed ad campaign. The source I heard that from was a show that did not want to give the company that was doing the campaign any like airtime, so I know literally zero details about them.
Yeah.
So
we also get Joaquin Phoenix's backstory as a baseball boy, because he goes to like the military. What office is that he goes to that would have this military captain sharing an office with this biker bad boy who only exists to make fun of Joaquin Phoenix?
Oh, probably it's just the local National Guard sort of headquarters.
Oh yeah, but so he's like the National Guard guy is talking like a big game about like, oh, there's I don't even remember what the fuck he's talking about. He's just like, and then at some point he's talking like, Joaquin, you had like the best home run you set 2 home run records. Why didn't you play anymore? And then this other guy chimes in he's got like a fucking Ego Raptor haircut going on.
Yeah, he looks
I
like
totally forgot about him.
The guy from Breakfast Club, but
Bender.
like plus 20 years. Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that guy until I see in my notes this Ego Raptor bad boy, because this scene he's like, oh yeah, he's not playing in the big leagues because he also set a strikeout record. He had more strikes than any 2 other guys combined, because he would just swing at every single pitch, which
couldn't help himself.
Which is so funny, especially when you consider that for like a minute. It's extremely funny because like you, as a pitcher, as a coach, you have to notice this guy is swinging for the fences. Why would you ever give that guy a fastball up the middle? Like he's just fucking golfing on every swing, and you're giving him a fastball up the middle. It's like that fucking Bartolo Colon home run from a few years ago.
You know baseball.
I know a little bit of baseball.
He even said, like, it just felt wrong not to swing or something. It's like, why are you playing baseball?
Yeah, like
it's a sport.
If I was a coach,
to use strategy.
If I was a coach of a baseball team and I had a guy on my team who just absolutely fucking crushed it out of the park every time he made contact, but swang on every swing, that kid's riding the bench the entire season. I'm sorry, bud. I know you're great against the pitching machine, but against Johnny Two-Seamer down the block, you're fucking tough titties.
Yes.
Actually, he'd do a fine job against Johnny Two-Seamer, because the Two-Seamer is anyway, sorry, baseball shit. Go on.
This fucking guy at the National Guard office, like the dude, the Ego Raptor dude.
Yeah.
Like everyone is like a buttoned up like farm town like local yokels or whatever, and this guy, like, he looks like a character or whatever, and like we never see him again. And it's
I fully expected him to come back.
What? You have a... I just don't understand.
so Mel and his family go and have a nice little pizza lunch, and it's some of the worst looking pizza I've ever seen. Like, this pizza looks like shit. And then Mel... M. Night Shyamalan walks on screen, and he's like, I didn't realize that he was like a full-on character in this movie. I see Mel Gibson just like staring daggers at him, and I'm just thinking like, whoa, did Mel Gibson just get like super racist on set or something, and they didn't want to cut it?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I couldn't remember.
The way he looks at M. Night Shyamalan's character, like, I really thought I was experiencing like a macro aggression at the time.
I didn't remember what his role was in the movie, and I just thought it was like I was just thinking this scene was meant to just be M. Night Shyamalan just being like, I want my characters to acknowledge me. And
I know.
They even said like, it's him. And then he just like gets in the car and leaves.
It is him.
Because what it
is
turns
so
out,
fucking funny.
what it turns out is that Mel Gibson is not. Well, Mel Gibson's character is not exceptionally racist and just hates this brown person walking in his town. It turns out that
The only one in the entire movie, by the way, basically.
M. Night. It turns out instead that M. Night Shyamalan's character is responsible for killing Mel Gibson's wife like 6 months ago. In town, there's also a very funny. Blair, you've seen Nurse Jackie, right?
Yes, my roommate has watched the entirety of it.
So you recognize the pharmacist then?
Yeah. She, my roommate did and pointed it out to me. She was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, I know that actor," and looks on her phone.
Best
She was in Nurse
acting in
Jackie.
the
I was
movie,
like,
genuinely.
"Cool, Emily." Thank you.
I just wanted to point her out. I like that actor because she has a very funny scene where she like tries to do confession to Mel Gibson. And he's like, "I'm not a pastor anymore," and she's like, "Please." And then he has to sit there while she's like, "I said shit 3 times last week. I said bastard. Does douchebag count as a curse word?"
Yeah, this scene also works.
Her performance blew me away. I thought it was perfect.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah, it's like, man, like the jokes work usually. It's so strange. A lot of this movie doesn't work, but the jokes do work.
That like dichotomy almost makes me like it more because it's just
Yeah.
like I don't know what to expect.
I would say yes. I was regularly surprised by this movie. I will give it that.
Yeah. So they go back to the farm, and then they have a baby monitor for some reason that just starts acting up. And Rory, I keep wanting to say fucking Rory Gilmore, and I don't. That's not his name. Rory McCulkin.
You also called him Kieran earlier.
I did call him.
You just
that.
want to give him all the names that are not his
The thing
name.
is, I know exactly
Billy Joel
two.
Osment.
I know exactly 2 Rorys in the world, and they are Rory. Oh fuck! I forgot the one that I just said. Oh, I know one Rory.
Gilmore.
Okay,
You
thank
got
you.
it.
It's Rory Gilmore. It's Rory Gilmore from Gilmore Girls, and Rory McIlroy, the golfer. Those are the only two Rorys I shall know. So the baby monitor, Rory McCulkin just immediately deduces, oh, the baby monitor is giving us signals from aliens, and then they hear something of like 2 aliens talking. And then the baby monitor just like cuts out suddenly. They're like, oh, that's weird. Later that night, Mel Gibson has to go outside because Isabel, the Chumby German Shepherd, is going apeshit, barking at something, and he like has to walk into the cornfield to investigate it, and he like gets like run down a little bit by an alien. We see a sexy alien leg, and then he's like, okay, I think aliens are real. And like, is this when he runs back inside and Rory McCulkin and Abigail Breslin are both wearing the tinfoil hats?
Funny. It works.
I really want to see an edit of that scene in the cornfield where the alien's just wearing like a heel, just like, come on in.
You can't resist this, boy.
These aliens are fuckable, right?
I guess we'll find out.
Absolutely not. No, when I saw that, like even just seeing that alien in silhouette, I knew that alien was absolutely not doing anything to my dick. And
No,
like,
I know. I agree. I agree.
So they get back in the house, and like the aliens have kind of gone public. Like they've appeared as like a series of lights floating above major cities. Mm-hmm. And they have to Rory McCulkin is like, okay, we have to tape over Abigail Breslin's ballet recital, and she's like, no, I don't want to do that. And so he tapes
This is
over
some of the worst writing I've ever seen in my life.
I don't know why he started with that tape. He could have just started with the other one.
Yeah, the other tape, which was Uncle Meryl's swimsuit special, yes.
Special.
Which that did make me laugh to see that going in the VCR for recording.
Oh, but yes, the writing is like this exchange between Rory Culkin and Abigail Breslin is like some of the worst writing I've ever seen. Oh my god! And because he's like, they'll end up, this will end up in science books in the future, or like everything they're putting in science books is going to change after this, blah blah blah. And you're like literally that, which is an insane way to say that. And then like you're doing this for your children, like children don't have conceptions of their own future like this.
The little monologues in this movie are so weird. Like they're just written so strangely.
You can never really quite follow the point they're trying to make.
Yeah, exactly. It's like they're trying to figure out what they're saying as they say it.
And it's like a thing that's like I think Abigail Breslin is like genuinely good in Little Miss Sunshine. Like I love her in that movie. I just think she's too young to be like acting in this film. Like
what? Well, what I suspect is that child actors typically are only as good. Like this is true generally of a lot of actors in general, but like especially with child actors, are only as good as their director. And I suspect, based on all the performances in this movie, M. Night Shyamalan is not super good at getting the best performances out of his actors.
Yeah, definitely not. Who directed Little Miss Sunshine?
I am not sure, but she is phenomenal in it, and that's only like a few years later. So,
it almost feels intentional, just the really weird way
like,
that everyone acts.
I would like if it led to something, like if it like I don't know. I just feel like the kids are just like so what. There's like a vibe that I'm getting from them that I can't quite put into words. It's like just this like. This yeah, like you said earlier, but like the from the mouths of babes type thing that's coming from them, but it's just like it doesn't work. Like I feel like M. Night Shyamalan is going for that and just completely fucking whiffs.
I mean, this just goes back to my theory that the aliens are the gays, and then like everyone else is the straights, and that's what the battle is actually about.
Yes,
we've even got the religious tones and everything.
Oh yeah,
it works.
I can't wait to read your medium.com article about this. So,
what happens next?
The
next scene is Joaquin Phoenix and Mel Gibson's like heart to heart about faith and shit.
It's whatever.
This is another one of those absolutely bonkers monologues that I had to rewatch like 3 times because I was like, "What are you talking about?"
Like it felt like
ridiculous.
It felt like when I'm like watching anime and like someone gets to the end of like a long sentence and I realize that like I've been on my phone for like half of that, so I should rewind and just like make sure that I got that down. That seemed pretty important. But like I was paying attention. And it just was nothing.
I think a Markov chain wrote this movie.
That's what the M in M. Night Shyamalan stands for. Markov.
Of course. I think I sort of figured it out though. He was like just trying to explain that like some people are gonna see it and like feel comfortable knowing that surely it has to be something and like everything's gonna work out.
Right, some greater power.
Right, and then like other people will see it and just sort of succumb to the like distress of chaos or whatever. And he was just like, "What are you gonna be when God comes knocking?"
And then Joaquin Phoenix says, "One time I was drunk and I almost kissed a girl, but then I had to take my gum out. And in the time I was taking my gum out, the girl puked on her lap, and I knew then that it was like." And I'm just thinking to myself, like, "Damn, that's just I'm fucking Tatsuki Fujimoto."
That's just being 21, dude.
Tatsuki Fujimoto watched this movie and was like, "Oh, I should put that shit in Chainsaw Man."
I totally forgot about that stupid story that he told to talk about faith.
There's so many stupid stories in this movie.
There's so many stupid. The dumbest one to me is the one that like we get firsthand. Like I think the story of his wife dying is so fucking stupid.
I think the stupidest story is the one about the aliens that are invading the planet. Apparently,
I think
the stupidest story, the script. And he in this monologue, Mel Gibson talks about how his wife's last words were "See, swing away," and then he says that was just the synapses of her brain firing. But was that God trying to tell me something, or was that just a coincidence? God is fake. God is not real.
It's cool, Mel Gibson. So the next like 45 minutes of this movie really kind of just are everyone freaking out.
And like they forget about and relearn that aliens exist like 6 times in the next.
Yeah.
Like Mel Gibson comes downstairs and he's like, Joaquin Phoenix has moved the television into a side room, which coincidentally looks a lot like the room that Bruce Willis goes into a lot in The Sixth Sense, like the room to his basement. And I'm just wondering if there are like, I don't know. I feel like there are some things about this house that look very similar to The Sixth Sense, but I digress.
There's some locations that look a lot like The Happening, too, I noticed.
Yes, yeah, my roommate mentioned the same thing. A lot of like some of the plot beats, she said, mirrored The Happening.
Absolutely. Yeah,
God,
that was
I
something I just watched recently, too, so it was like already in my mind. Like,
I can't wait for I'm gonna double check before saying this, but I'm pretty sure we've got The Happening on our March Night Shyamalan lineup.
I believe so, yes.
We have this Lady in the Water, The Happening, and then for our 200, saying this now for y'all, the 200th episode of this podcast, which is a frankly unreal number of episodes of this podcast to have done.
Yes.
That will be an episode, no guests, just me and Blair, on The Sixth Sense.
Yes.
nice.
And I am
awesome.
so excited.
Yes.
Also, I would like to. Last week, I said that there would not be a week off in March, but then I realized that if I take a week off, then the last week of March Night Shyamalan is our 200th episode. So I think that's a little bit better for me, in my opinion. So I'm going back on my word, and I apologize about that. But also, I think you could, for the sake of the spectacle, you can understand. I'm sure.
Yes, the poetry of it.
Yeah. We might also do something special for the 200th episode. I'm not really sure yet. We're still sorting that one out.
Yes. I want to talk about the moment in the movie. This is nearish the end. This is like in the third act sort of.
Oh, you're just gonna jump over the part where Mel Gibson walks into his kid's room and they're both wearing tinfoil hats, and they talk about the book that they got from the bookstore that was written by Dr. Bimbu.
Yes. Well, that's good too. That's worth mentioning.
The thing about the Dr. Bimbu book is pretty funny. Like the name is Mel Gibson says Dr. Bimbu, like the racistest way possible you could possibly say that name.
Yes.
And then
gets called out by his son for saying it like that.
Yeah. And then in the book, there is an image of an alien ship exploding a house that looks exactly like their house. And also, there are the charred corpses of an adult and 2 children on the lawn out front. And I'm just like, oh, is this Knowing now? Or have we entered Knowing with Nicolas Cage?
I can't believe you just skipped the other illustrations in that book, which were so fucking
The other
funny.
illustrations in that
They
book
were
are just like a toddler's drawing of grays.
Yeah. Just absolute minimalistic, really shitty drawings of aliens.
Yeah.
I love it. Oh my
So
god.
good.
Sorry to keep steamrolling you here, but there's another really like insane scene that comes up next, and I really don't want to jump the order on this, because if we jump to the end, I will not be able to stop talking about the end, and I want to get through all the other insane stuff first. Because the next scene is that like the next like scene that I'm thinking of is like Mel Gibson goes over to M. Night Shyamalan's character's house and is like, "Hey, bud, what's up?" Because he gets a phone call from him. And M. Night Shyamalan's character is like packed up all of his shit and is in the truck and is heading towards the lake because he says the aliens, they didn't put any signs near any bodies of water, so I'm thinking that they don't like water very much. It's better than here anyways. Which is really funny that the director, writer, and producer of this movie just comes out and literally tells us what the twist of this movie is.
I know. Oh my god, but it is so heavy-handed the entirety of the movie.
The scene that happens here that's really fucking ridiculous, though, is when, because M. Night Shyamalan, like, starts apologizing about having killed Mel Gibson's wife, and he's like, if I had fallen asleep at literally any other point on that road, it would have been, she wouldn't have gotten killed. If it was only for that 10 to 15 seconds that I passed her. Anyways, bye.
It's just, everyone in this movie is, the dialogue in this movie is mostly people telling stories about things that happened to them.
Yes.
Like, which is a way people do talk in certain circumstances, though, It just feels.
It's not that they tell story. Like, when I tell a story to someone, I have a pattern. I have an interaction. When M. Night Shyamalan characters tell stories to each other, they are monologuing. They are doing a soliloquy at the screen.
Yes,
Nobody's smiling or laughing at any point.
Exactly.
In this movie.
They are going from a 45-degree angle facing the audience to a 90, like a full-on directly facing the audience.
Yes.
I just love how M. Night Shyamalan himself just decided to put himself in the story and kill the wife personally.
It's so funny.
I'll take care of this.
What is wrong with you?
Like, it's not enough for him to fridge the wife as the writer. He has to do it himself. And there's another thing that happens, but we'll talk about that later, because Mel Gibson goes into Ray's house. It's like, oh, this place is looking all fucked up. And then there's, like, an alien in the pantry, and I have a stupid joke for this, because Mel Gibson walks into this house, and he's like, there's bound to be a gray in the back of your pantry.
Thank you.
No matter where you live.
Yep.
There'll always be some aliens, maybe several ones. That are gonna make it really difficult to live. Oh, fuck, I rhymed live with live. I'm fucking quitting this podcast. It's over. No 200th episode. No March Night Shyamalan. Fucking done. Bye.
No one's ever accused you of being a musician before. You don't have a lot to live up, so you're doing fine.
Oh, Blair, I love you so much. Oh, the phrase. Oh my god, no one's ever accused you of being a musician. God. Oh. But, so, my stupid mountain goats joke aside, he encounters an alien in this pantry at Ray's place, and it's like just kind of a guy with claws, and he like cuts off some claws, and he runs away.
Yes.
Yep.
But
apparently that took 3 weeks to film for some reason.
What?
I think probably because of the knife reflection stuff.
Oh my god! Oh,
underneath the door. That does not surprise me. That looks very difficult to film.
Also, just on the topic of like the way that everyone's acting and how uncomfortable everyone looks all the time, I just remembered that like M. Night Shyamalan had like the cast watch like Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds just multiple times while they were doing production for some reason.
Not the kids, right?
It just said the whole cast, so
I hope
have
the
to
kids
assume.
didn't have. Like, I wonder if the bird. I'm sure that at the age that Abigail Breslin and Rory McCulkin were, like, I would be surprised if the birds would not. Like, you can't show you cannot show a horror movie to a child under the age of like 8, I think. Like,
I think I watched The Birds when I was pretty young, and it didn't really bother me too much.
Really,
it still looked pretty.
I feel like you're playing with fire there, because I feel like if you.
Yeah.
The thing is, if you watch The Birds and you're not too young for it, it's fine. I actually haven't seen The Birds, but like I've seen parts of it. But like, if I at the age of like, okay, I was a particularly fucking cowardly kid. So like, I would say honestly up until like the age of 12 for me, if I had watched The Birds, I would be terrified every single time I saw a phone booth or a car at a gas station. Like for the entirety, like in the same way that like the trailer for the movie Mirrors made me terrified of mirrors for like 4 years.
The trailer.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
I told you, I was an absolute baby of a child.
Oh, that's understandable.
Yeah, it's M. Night wants to be. I think like the whole like making his cast watch Birds. I mean, obviously like contribute. I think it just contributed to weirder performances and not necessarily better ones.
Yeah.
But he wants to be an auteur director so bad, and he I guess is in a way, but he's just like like he's an auteur director the same way that Stephen King is like as a great American novelist, you know?
Right.
Like it's like a cheap version of
like,
it.
Yeah.
And
he's
like great American novelists and auteurs don't exist, but if they did, M. Night Shyamalan and Stephen King would be pretty good versions of both of them.
Well, I mean more to the fact that like the Alfred Hitchcock thing I think is particularly telling, but like he seems like he wants to be a Hitchcock Kubrick or something like that.
Yeah.
And like he's like, oh, I know what these auteur directors used to do. They would treat their cast horribly.
Now
It's
I'm kind of wondering I'm wondering if like the Birdemic movie was like just so far removed from horror because it was like an imitation of like M. Night Shyamalan's style, which was like an imitation of Alfred Hitchcock's style.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolute
No, that I think you're onto
nonsense.
something.
M. Night Shyamalan is just like constantly trying to think of what actress can I make? What actress can I do what Stanley Kubrick did to Shelley Duvall? What can I do how can I emulate that man?
But I think like he doesn't even have like the true sociopathy in order to go through with it. So it's just sort of this like just
Right.
he's like, let's just watch the birds a bunch.
Right, it's just like I'm not saying that he should treat his cast like shit, but like he clearly wanted to do like you're right, Blair. Like he wanted to do the Kubrick to his cast, but he just did not have he did not have the wherewithal to go through with any of the actual like awful shit that Kubrick did. Which I mean,
Yeah.
I'm grateful for that fact, but like.
Don't even try, dude. Don't even try.
Right. I just don't like. Honestly, if you're not gonna, this is a weird conversation topic, but like the end story is M. Night Shyamalan, do not do a Shelley Duvall, or do not do a Stanley Kubrick to a Shelley Duvall.
It's like when like nerdy lonely guys try to do pickup artist stuff, and
Yes!
it's like, but do you know that their heart really isn't in it? You know,
Right, like they don't have it within them to debase women to the level needed that for pickup artistry things to actually like be functional. Like M. Night Shyamalan is for all the shit I'm going to talk about his movies this month. I think M. Night Shyamalan is like too nice of a guy to treat his cast like that.
Yeah. It's like he wants to be artistic, but he's just trying to be nice.
Yeah,
I know. Just be nice, dude. Nice directors get good performances out of there.
yeah. I'm always
He doesn't
saying
want to
this.
tell them to do anything. Just act however you want.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it's like when you create a positive work environment, your employees do a good job.
Oh god. But so the one scene that we skipped over is Joaquin Phoenix watching the television, and the report of the child's birthday party comes on the air, and it's the famous alien walking through the alien walking in a well-lit alleyway scene that was so uniquely terrifying to so many people that I know my age.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
If I had
It's
seen
so funny as a grown adult.
it is as I just said, like you heard me say that shit about mirrors. I bring that shit up all the time because like I was if I had seen this shot like any time before I turned like 17, I would have been terrified. This would have scared me.
I know you. I believe
shitless.
this.
Just ruined my life.
Looking at this now, it's one of the funniest things I've ever Blair, I know you've watched it because we covered it on an early episode of Fear Baiting, but Summer, have you seen the Scary Movie 3?
No, I have not.
There's a lot of stuff in that movie lampooning this movie, and there's one scene where they were like, "Oh, we saw an alien at a park today. This footage is real and truly upsetting." And it's just like some footage of some kids having a birthday party, and like an alien starts doing like a fucking Ministry of Funny walks ass strut through the background.
Oh, that's so good.
It just felt like indistinguishable from that.
I think the thing that made this scene so funny, it obviously wasn't the alien just walking. It was more like just like the immersiveness of the film, like home video kind of vibe. And then not only that, but I noticed this time watching it, I was like, oh, it's like the editing, the way that they've like done it back over again, and then the sound design where the like horror sound comes like after the scary part, where it like really kind of like, ooh, it's just very unsettling, I think. And the way that Meryl reacts is like, it's very effective, but then it just makes it even funnier when you think about how not scary the actual moment is.
Yeah.
Right.
I think I was even realizing like if these aliens have the ability to camouflage, the fact that you could see him means he was like fucking up at the time. Like just like he wasn't even supposed to be visible in the first place. He's probably, oh fuck shit. Oh
Yeah, it
got me on
kind of looks
camera.
like that too.
It's so good.
It's so good. Oh my god.
And
My favorite insane thing that happens in this movie, I think, is next in the plot, or at least close to next in the plot, where like the world is effectively ending or whatever. like things just get to a point where they're like, the world's ending.
Again, like every time that they're like the world is ending, it just feels like nothing. It never feels like anything has structurally changed about the way the aliens are interacting with the humans. Like the world is
no one's even gotten hurt.
Like,
it's so funny.
Right. The aliens are like, they show up and the signs show up and Mel Gibson's like, okay, aliens are real. Then he sees one in the corner. He's like, oh shit, aliens are fully real. And then, like, the world, like, the aliens show up over the world, and they're like, oh, fuck, aliens are real. And then the aliens disappear from all over the world, and they're like, oh, fuck, aliens are real. And they're going into stealth mode. And it just feels like they realize the aliens are real so many separate times.
Yeah. But yes, so this is like near the end-ish, where, like, they're like, it's like, well, the world is ending. What does everyone want for their last dinner, basically?
Yes, and this is the Grubhub ad I was talking about earlier.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Fucking so that the setup for that is here's some insane things. That concept is insanity, but whatever. The fact that they have ingredients for French toast, a bacon cheeseburger, chicken teriyaki, and spaghetti is
and mashed
bananas.
potatoes. And mashed
Why
potatoes.
did they go out for shitty pizza? It doesn't make any sense.
Yes, you have a bounty at home.
Yeah,
Come on.
clearly you have like a fucking 3-star Michelin restaurant stockade in your pantry. Like, fucking go make something there, and you have better pizza ingredients than they are making at fucking Johnny Italiano's down the block.
Yes,
There's just something about, like, apocalyptic scenarios happening that makes people really want to go out to eat more than usual. I just don't know what it is.
it's and then the third insane thing is the dinner itself.
The dinner is one of the wildest. I don't know how that scene made it out of, like, that scene had to pass so many fucking check marks. Like, so many people had to sign off on that scene because Mel Gibson is like, okay, everyone, let's eat. I'm not gonna say grace, because Abigail Breslin's like, Daddy, will you please say grace? And he's like, I'm not gonna say one. I will never dedicate another word out of this mouth to God ever again in my life. And then she starts crying, and then Rory McCulkin is like, "Oh, you let Mom die," and he starts crying, and then Mel Gibson's like, "Stop crying, eat," and then he starts yelling at his children who are crying, and then he is like, okay, well, if you guys aren't gonna eat, I'm gonna have some of everything. He reaches out and grabs a piece of French toast off of Rory's plate and grabs some biscotti and some teriyaki chicken. He's like, nom 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 nom.
Yeah.
And pulls his family all together for a big cry
Literally
session.
grabs Joaquin Phoenix by the collar of his shirt.
Like he's about
to, you are ruining that shirt.
It the way he grabbed that collar, he grabbed that collar like you would see one man grab another man's collar to initiate a gay kiss.
Yes, I know. But the entirety of that scene, I was so uncomfortable because I felt like I was at a guest in someone else's home while they were having dinner, and then they had a public an argument in front of me.
Right.
And
you go over to Timmy's house and you go over to Timmy's house and Mr. and Mrs. Rotondas are they just start getting into it and have a full on screaming match while you're just sitting there with your little rigatoni that they made you, which was so delicious.
It's getting cold. My food is getting cold. What am I doing here?
Did we mention the part earlier where everyone was starting to panic and Mel Gibson just told them to go eat some fruit or something?
We did skip over that. Man,
I just remembered that line.
People just be saying shit in this movie. People are just saying shit in this movie.
Yeah. So this is when things start going fucking wild, right? Because they're okay, let's batten up the hatches, let's put boards over the windows. Oh fuck, we forgot the dog outside. We can hear it barking, and we can I wish they kill the dog, and they've already killed another dog in this movie, and I bet you probably forgot about that because that was an hour ago that we talked about it, and it has not come up since in any relevant way, shape, or form. That Rory McCulkin had to kill his own dog, and does not feel a lick of anything about it. But so Isabel, the other dog, the chunky German Shepherd, is outside, and the classic horror movie shorthand of dog going bark 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 bark. And then that's
Yeah.
it. But, like, we get, like, a prolonged, like, 15 seconds of that dog, like, basically bleeding out auditorily, and it's so upsetting.
It's too much.
I have to mention, when we saw this scene, I was watching this with Noah, and for some reason, the sound on the movie cut out at that point, but neither of us noticed. So all we saw was just like this incredibly long zoom shot of just like the wall or whatever it was, without any sound. And we were like, what is happening? It was such a weird...
It's going some weird places.
Yeah, I think I just now realized that that's what that was. I still just thought it was like some weird artistic choice, I guess.
But so this is...
That's so great.
This is when they realize that the aliens are all there. They boarded up all the windows and everything, but they have exactly one plank of wood over each of the doors into their house, which is very funny.
Okay, and also all exterior doors open out.
Yeah.
Into the like that those boards are not going to do a whole hell of a lot, dude.
No, it's literally only going to hurt the aliens if one of them opens the door and the other one is, and another one's just charging in full speed and does not expect to just get fucking clotheslined by a stationary plank of wood. But so they all head into the fucking basement, and aliens are trying to get in, but then they're actually not trying to get in. They're trying to distract everyone. And then there's a coal chute, right? That's what it is. Mm-hmm. That's like, okay, this is where the aliens are going to try and actually get in from. So they find the coal chute, and Rory McCulkin is standing directly in front of the coal chute, and an alien hand, like, it doesn't grab him in a terrifying way. It, like, kind of, like, strokes his, like, it grabs him with it, like, it's, like, stroking his cheek a little bit. And
it was, like, already sticking out, just kind of hanging there.
Yeah, just waiting. It was just waiting for the flashlight to get on it. He gets grabbed, and then, Rory McCulkin's character has asthma. And he has a big asthma attack here, and Mel Gibson, fucking star world's best dad, forgot his son's asthma medication up above ground, and so he just kind of like holds Rory McCulkin close and is like talks him through the asthma attack, which is like, I don't have asthma, but like I don't think you can like just talk someone down from it like from an attack like you could a panic attack.
Right.
No. This is just another example of like the aliens haven't displayed any actual aggression yet, and yet the father has failed his son very miserably.
The thing is, like, if
and regularly,
like, it's an old trick, but like if M. Night Shyamalan had gone for the monsters are due on whatever street, that old Twilight Zone episode. Mm-hmm. Like, if he had just gone for that, I would have loved the ending of this movie 1,000% more. I think that would have been a really cool thing. Like, we could, like, it's been long enough that, like, that would be a fresh concept to a lot of audiences, and I think that would have gone really, I think I would have liked that a lot. But instead, it was just, no, the aliens are real, and they're malevolent, and they're trying to poison gas your children. But I digress, because after he talks Rory out of an asthma attack, he passes out and has a dream about the night that he found the night that he found out his wife died, and the cop Caroline is there, and she's like, "Hey, Mel, so she got crushed up against a tree and basically split in half, but the truck is like holding enough of her together right now that if we move it, she's going to die. But she's probably going to die anyways. You should probably go talk to her. She's still kind of lucid. Go say your goodbyes." And like it's just it's very comical to me that this woman has been bisected, basically. Like, this woman has been Mortal Kombat fatality'd and is still just, like, hanging on there.
Yeah, I was thinking about this earlier in the movie because he said that, like, he got her last words or something. And then later we find out she was, like, killed in a car accident. And I was like, how does this work? And then they're like, I guess they just like remembered halfway through, and they're like, okay, well, she's just bisected and being held together by the car, so she can still get those last words in. Right. He doesn't like to go back and edit things, I think.
No. He's doing all this shit on a typewriter. You know he is.
Yeah.
And then all we know is that his wife got cut in half. We don't actually see the conversation that he has with her until later, because he wakes up from this, and it is 12 hours after his child had an asthma attack. So he in real life, he has a dead child on his hands. Like,
yes.
I think no matter how much you talk a child down from an asthma attack, 12 hours pass without that kid getting some kind of medical attention, like, and if I'm just fucking talking out of my ass here and I don't know shit about asthma, please do at me about this. Like, if you can actually talk a child down from an asthma attack, I would honestly love to be wrong about this, because that's a truly fascinating thing. Yeah.
Yes. It would be helpful.
I suspect no, though. I do suspect no.
But so it's 12 hours later, and Joaquin Phoenix walks upstairs, but I thought it was Mel Gibson going upstairs at first, because we only see them from the back, and they both are kind of like broad shouldered. They have a similar build, and the differences in their head shape from the back really can't be observed from like a low angle shot of them walking up the stairs. And for a moment, I thought Mel Gibson went up the stairs, walked around, looked around, and then turned back around, and then came back down the stairs as Joaquin Phoenix.
Joaquin Phoenix.
And I was like, oh fuck, they're shapeshifters.
Wouldn't have that would have been so good.
Wow.
But
That
there's
would have been a real twist.
there's all of these god rays coming through, like the shattered wooden planks that they had up as their barricade. And they're walking around the house, and they like Abigail Breslin is watching TV, and she has like the last funny line of this movie, because she's like, "Daddy, they're all doing this," and she's like doing like a classic pelvic thrust dance, which is very funny.
Yeah. So like, there's an alien in the living room now, and there's like a whole showdown. Grabs the boy. It's so funny. Tries to gas the boy. But his lungs are closed again, which is, yeah. There's just a scuffle. The swing away Chekhov's gun comes back. So whatever. I guess that little anecdote was worth it.
The swing away Chekhov's gun that is accompanied by us seeing for the first time the Louisville Slugger that's on like a plaque in the living room that's above like two plaques that are like world record. Like as Joaquin Phoenix grabs the back, we see like world record 572 feet or whatever, which is like, if like, that is just like monumental baseball crushing. That's the kind of home run technology you can only get from swinging for the fences on every single pitch.
Yes.
They didn't consider maybe they were just administering their own version of like his asthma medication. It doesn't have to be poisonous gas.
I was thinking that when you like mentioned like at the beginning of this episode that like there's no indication that they're being hostile. I was like, yeah, like we don't know it's poison. Like Mel Gibson just assumes and tells us.
Right. He assumes that it's poison, and then tells Joaquin to what like swing whatever. Because we get like one last flashback to his dying wife. It's like his last moments, and she's just like,
swing away, Meryl.
Yeah, she gives like little bits of advice of like, Graham, don't tell Graham blah, don't tell little Bumbo blah, tell Bo this, tell Meryl this, and because there's like a really funny line here where she's like, I was just taking a walk, and Mel Gibson's like, oh, you love walks.
It's so funny. Burst
so
out
hard.
in laughter.
I had to pause the movie because I was laughing so hard.
So fucking funny.
You love walks.
But yes, it's like, so this is like when the twist of the movie happens, which is a surprise. The aliens are allergic to water. It burns them when Meryl knocks the alien back into the TV in like a dresser or something, and like a glass of water falls on the alien and like starts burning it, and like they're like, ooh, whatever. And then I sort of I will be honest, I sort of checked out at this point because I'm like, okay, we get it.
Yeah, there's like an epic battle between Joaquin Phoenix and the alien, and like the alien is like, it's like really bad CGI.
It's terrible.
I really would have rather.
I was waiting for it to turn around just because I just wanted to see what they were doing with the ass, but we just never got that, sadly.
Yeah.
Well, we got like we got Meryl hitting it in the back, kind of. I don't remember if we got a specific ass shot. But
I went back and watched it a couple times. It's just nothing.
So
its lower back is peppered with holes. Yeah, Mel Gibson takes Rory Culkin out onto the lawn, and then like is like, there's the whole thing. This is where he's like, it was meant. Oh, this is so stupid. It was meant. All of this was meant to be. The fact that my daughter doesn't drink has a thing about water, and that my son is asthmatic. Is like it saved their lives.
The thing he says is that the asthma closed his lungs to the poison, which is like, how long have his lungs been closed for?
Yeah.
And he also this is the most out of everything in this movie, this is the most CinemaSins complaint that I have. But like he absolutely gives him the shot of is it epinephrine? He gives him not epinephrine. Sorry.
I think it wasn't it?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it is.
He gives him the shot of epinephrine in like the absolute wrongest place to do it.
It's just, but these are like basic things to know, so it is right to ding it on that.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the movie just like goes back into the house at like it goes into like we like the camera like pulls back into like through a broken window, and then like we get like a mask, like a hidden transition to a different time because it's later in the year, because we can see outside of a different window that it's snowing, and then Mel Gibson walks out of his room and goes downstairs, and then it fades to black, directed by M. Night Shyamalan.
Yes. Okay. So I think this was a really good movie, and I was super glad we watched it. No, I have
On a scale of 0 to 5 half-filled glasses of water, how many half-filled glasses of water are you going to give this movie?
Let's start with Summer. How do you feel about this film?
I am actually in love with this movie now.
I can tell. Yes.
Yeah, I can't explain it, but there's just something about it that's filled me with joy this week.
I think that's so charming of you. I think that is actually the correct opinion to have about this movie, and me and Sarah are both wrong.
Yeah. The thing is that like I don't think it's good, but like I had a ton of fun watching this with my friends. It was very long. Like if this movie had been like they could have cut just like 15 minutes out of the middle. Like honestly, you just axe the entire scene of them going into town, and I that's fine. Like that scene literally only exists for Mel Gibson to stare racistly at M. Night Shyamalan and like to set that up for later.
I think this movie would have felt less long if scenes were reordered, because they just dive into it too much before we know anything about these people, and then we're like expecting more aliens when there's like character exposition, and then I'm like, where are the aliens? And they're like, no, we have to learn about these characters, and I'm like, I no longer care about them. I'm here for aliens. But it's just, yeah, things are just so scrambled, and this is only like 100 minutes long basically.
Right.
But it feels far longer because of the weird. The weird nonsensical way the story is structured.
Yeah.
But all that being said, I think there is definitely something deeply charming about this film for all of its faults.
Yeah. I don't even know how to rank this movie on a scale of 0 to 5. Like this movie is just kind of like question mark glasses full of water.
No, this is definitely a bad movie, and I'm giving it probably like a 2 out of 5.
But like a fun 2.
But a fun 2,
like
very fun
as they say on We Hate Movies, it's a bit of a seeing is believing kind of thing. Like this, I'd had the end of this movie talked up to me a lot, and like nothing could have prepared me for how stupid it was.
Yes.
So we've got questions.
Let's.
Neve Noel at Nickelwelf. What is the funniest non-bodily liquid aliens could be weak to? My answer to this is bong water. They're already weak to water, but like specifically bong water is I would think that would be very funny if they were weak to that.
Of course.
I loved this question when I saw it. I saw it while we were recording, and I had to stop myself from laughing out loud at it because I was like, I skimmed it and I was like, "Come, obviously."
Yeah, that's
yeah, Neve knows us. Neve knows us.
Yeah. Non-bodily. There are so few non-bodily fluids that are
so true.
fun to think about.
Tab.
Most of them are water, you know?
Yeah, just Shasta. Maybe that's what they were trying to say.
Yeah.
You know what? LCL. The shit they put in the insertion plug in Ava.
Yeah.
The fluid.
Yeah.
Plug fluid.
What other inquisitions do we have?
Nathan at birddad _ smash or pass the science alien. Pass.
I will pass. I did consider it. I like to have an open mind.
Right.
But No.
Noah Geist at Owl Dude asks, if you were in charge of the script, which direction would you take for Signs 2? Full in on Jesus and God being 100% real, and just like the Mel Gibson, just an hour and a half of Mel Gibson interpreting every single thing that happens to him as a sign from God in one way or another.
They're real and aliens, and Mel Gibson killed them.
God, just the aftermath of Mel Gibson being the one who figured out how to murder the aliens. No, I figured it out. The script, the direction I would take for Signs 2 is that the poison gas, quote unquote, that the aliens squirted into Rory's nose was actually just anti-asthma juice, and they're actually entirely benevolent, and Mel Gibson is single-handedly responsible for basically Earth batting away benevolent, intelligent life with a newspaper.
He never even considered if they like had souls of their own.
No,
Right. They're not of God's creatures.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, under
guess
Christianity, animals don't even have souls, so what are we doing here?
That's true. And they burn with the water, so maybe they're supposed to be like demon allegory.
Oh my fucking God. Oh, I hate this movie.
It's bad. It's quite bad. What's next?
Next is Genius Basketball Understander at Janos Kapavati. If Mel Gibson told you in the middle of an alien invasion that you have to make your favorite food, what food would you go with? I'd go with there's this like stir fry that I like to make that's like, I've got my tofu, a bit of onion, bell pepper in there, and then I make the sauce out of just like sort of like a kind of like I don't have actual proportions, but like it's gochujang, sesame oil, crushed red peppers, garlic, and soy sauce. It's delectable. It's very spicy, and if I don't have to worry about the tummy trouble that comes on the other end of it, even better.
That's such a humble idea. I was thinking it would be hilarious to see Mel just try to make a sushi roll for the first time in his life.
With his big fucking ham hands.
Yeah.
Specifically telling Mel Gibson that I want a Big Mac, and if he delivers anything that I do not declare to be accurate Big Mac sauce, I'm throwing it out like the fucking Courage of the Cowardly Dog, Baby Muriel, and her macaroni and cheese. Second question. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Okay.
I don't actually have a good answer to that one. So.
Second question from Janos. Second question: who would you replace Mel Gibson with to make this movie less #problematic?
Bruce Willis.
Yeah. Bruce Willis would have been so good in this. Honestly,
First person. Go ahead.
Honest to God, like I said this when I was watching this with my friends. If you like put Joaquin Phoenix in the Mel Gibson role, I'm here. I liked Joaquin Phoenix enough in this to be like, I want him as the actual dad. Just much like Rory McCulkin says at one point, I wish you were my dad.
I wish you were my dad. Yeah.
We also wish that, Rory.
The first person that came to mind when I saw this question was Casey Frey, which I'm like now obsessed with the idea.
That is so fucking funny.
He's so
He would
good.
kill. He would kill.
They could just lean into it a little bit more.
Blair, do you have a response for this one?
Bruce Willis, yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you did say
Great.
Bruce Willis. I'm sorry.
Yes. I keep wanting, in my mind, when I think about Mel Gibson in this movie, Bruce Willis is the man that is in my brain.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Darkest Lariat at Tampa Bay Vipers asks, remember Scary Movie 3? Yes.
I do.
No.
I do remember that because,
Do you remember
again,
do you remember the funny joke where the cop lady's hat got bigger on every cut?
yes.
In my head, that joke is way funnier because I went back and watched it today, and like Charlie Sheen was like making like a face at the hat the entire scene, and it would just be so much funnier if he no-sold it and the hat just got bigger and bigger every time the camera cut to her.
Big hat.
Big hat.
Yeah. I think Scary Movie 3 is good.
It picks up.
It does pick up.
Last question from Hieronymus Goat at Curse Goat, and I'm going to save my answer for last on this because it's a one-word answer, and I think it's just going to end the conversation entirely. If you were
Sure.
an alien invading Earth, what would be the signs, TM, that you leave in crops?
Are you going to say come, Sarah?
I'm not going to say cum, Jesus Christ. I did momentarily think about like Rainbow Dash cum jar as my answer, but I'm not actually going to say that for my answer. I've got a better
hate you.
one.
Oh my God.
I was still thinking about like crop circles, so I was just like, I'll just leave my astrological sign and then
Ooh, I like that.
just use
Word.
Earth as like a dating website, sort of of the cosmos.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
sure. Oh, yeah, just your entire star chart then. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Blair?
That's a good answer. That's a good answer. Oh, man.
That can also be
I don't
your
even
answer.
know what would be on brand for me.
That, honestly, what Summer said.
Yeah.
My answer is Goatsy.
Thank you.
So now we're going to do some recommendations. Summer, would you like to go first, or do you need a little bit of time to come up with something?
Oh, I'll need a little bit of time. Go ahead.
Yeah, just in case, just so we're clear, it can be literally anything. Blair has on multiple occasions recommended things that are both not any forms of media, and B, just complete hogwash. I remember one time in particular, his recommendation was pouring river water into your shoe because it is simple, easy, and free.
It is true. Those things are all true. And
It is. But it was very funny.
Yeah.
I just remember my reaction to that recommendation. He was like, fucking, okay, whatever, fine. What am I gonna recommend this week? I know.
I can go first.
No, I actually have it.
Okay,
last night, Sophie, my girlfriend, and I, we watched the last 5 episodes of the Tatami Galaxy, which is a Masaki Yuasa directed anime from like 2011. And for those who don't know, Yuasa also directed Ping Pong the Animation, Devilman Crybaby, Keep Your Hands Off of Azakin, among other things.
Hell yeah.
And it is like I was just really beside myself for the entire night after we finished the last episode. Like I was just in a constant stream of tears for the entire final episode, and like I really think it's just an incredible work of art that like it's just, and it's made me realize that like Yuasa is just doing things that nobody else in terms of anime direction is like doing. I'm just really consistently in awe of it. Like, I finished Ping Pong with the same sense of awe, and I finished Azaken with the same sense of awe, and it's just, this man has just been doing these things since like 2008 when he did Kaiba, which I mean, I still have to watch Kaiba, but based on the way every other person that I know whose opinion I respect talks about it, I'm gonna like Kaiba.
It's quite good.
And so the Tatami Galaxy, it's an incredible show. The opening is great. It's by Asian Kung Fu Generation. I fucking love it. I really can't recommend it enough. It's only 11 episodes too, and it's great. The thing is though, you have to be very fast at reading subtitles because the main character talks at a fucking mile a minute. It's very funny, but it's a lot to get through, a lot to understand.
That sounds great.
Yeah, my recommendation this week is a podcast that just finished its first season a few weeks ago. It is how do you say sentences again? It's called No Dogs in Space. It is a music history podcast, sort of. It is basically a retelling, like a telling of genres through like a series of bands. In the formational period of that genre. They just finished their first season, which was on punk, and explored some extremely interesting avenues. I don't know. I'm not like a huge like music history person in general, I listen to a lot of music and enjoy a lot of music, a lot of esoteric stuff as well. But like the nuts and bolts of it aren't really a huge interest of mine. But I still like really love this because it is hosted by Marcus Parks and Carolina Hidalgo. If you were like familiar with like the last podcast on the left stuff, Marcus Parks is one of the hosts of that as well. And so just like the writing and the storytelling of like just these moments in history are so tremendous, especially with like this like the 70s, like the late 70s with the punk scene. It's just like such a moment in history, and it's so cool to like hear stories about all these like 22-year-olds like fucking up and like trying hard to do something cool, and like seeing like the ripples of that in like music today.
Wow.
It's just so great, and I think like the way that they tell the story and like the bands they choose are not necessarily like a lot of bands I'd never heard of before, but were like super influential to like the whole scene. So yeah, like if you are interested in like learning about history through like like little things like that instead of just learning about history like en masse, I recommend it. I think it is definitely worthwhile.
Awesome. Cool.
Summer.
I guess as I mentioned earlier, all I've really been doing lately has just been watching Star Trek: The Next Generation. So I would highly recommend it. I have not seen any Star Trek before this, and I just assumed it was a bunch of like nerds in like figure skating uniforms just looking at a screen, and it just looked so boring. But like this show is like so wholesome. It's just so good.
I have been watching a lot of people get into Star Trek, especially like The Next Generation.
Yeah.
And increasingly, I feel like I suspect that I will like it a lot if I watch it.
I did not expect it to be as good as it is.
Yeah, because I know a lot of people who I would not suspect to be into anything like Star Trek who love this, and it's so.
It's definitely just like the characters and like the like morals of each episode, and also it's like every story sort of gets resolved within each episode, so you can just relax and watch the show, and you don't have to like keep up with anything. It's just like such a good show to just like unwind to.
That's tremendous. Cool. Well, thank you so much for being on our first episode of March Night's Shyamalan Summer.
Yeah, this was an absolute blast, and holy shit, an hour and 40 minutes.
Yes. Do you have anything you would like to plug?
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter at Stellar Ghost, and I do a couple other podcasts now. We're taking a small break from my Podcabbages, but that's going to be starting up soon with like sort of a new flavor. So you should look out for that stuff that I do that show with my partner about Avatar: The Last Airbender. And I just started a new podcast recently called The Quoth Killer Chronicles, where yes, myself with like 4 other very wonderful, funny co-hosts, we just reread the Patrick Rothfuss book, The Name of the Wind, and decide whether or not is it good book. And it's been so much fun. Because definitely check it out.
The pitch of that one is that 2 of you love it, 2 of you hate it, and 1 of you has not read it, right? That's the setup.
Pretty much, yeah. It's such
awesome.
A blast.
Cool.
Yeah, Blair, where can people find you before I launch into the show plugs for everything?
Yes. It's really easy. Well, actually, maybe less easy. I'm trying to take a mild sabbatical from Twitter, but if you want to see me, like...
Fail at that.
Well, I mean, I've been doing okay. I've been posting, but not scrolling.
Right.
If you want to see me post but not scroll, you can go to Blair Kitsch on Twitter. And I am sometimes there.
Yeah. So if you want to find us, we're fearbaiting everywhere. That's on Twitter. That's Gmail, which I haven't checked that email in a year. I sure hope there's no emails in there.
That is so funny.
You know what? Fuck it. Let's check that shit live on air. Do this shit. Let's do this shit on concrete.
Oh my god.
Oh god, I have to fucking type in the password.
Oh no.
You
may not be able to get in there.
No, I know what the password is. Come on.
All right. I trust you.
Uh-oh.
Okay,
nope, it was just a capital letter.
Cool.
So let's just scroll through this real quick, see if we've gotten any particular emails from anybody. Patreon. Twitter, Yep, okay, nothing. Just thought I'd double check, though.
Yeah. Speaking of Patreon.
Patreon.com/fearbaiting is where you can go to support this and the Wonder Years, our sister podcast. $5 a month gets your name right on the podcast and a message right on the show if you want to send one in. $10 a month, all of that, and you get to make us watch a movie. Thank you very much to Duck Aisha, Paul Moran, Kit Spindler, and Michael Kaiser. We love you all so much. If you would like to find me personally, I am on Twitter at sunhazhenya, and you can also listen to some of the other podcasts that I do, like The Wonder Years with Blair, who is here right now, and Seda, who does the incredible intro and outro music for this podcast. Find them on making music on Bandcamp under People You Meet Outside of Bars. Head to gaygothvibes.online for more of their stuff. I'm also on Henry Kissinger's Pokemon Going to Die, a leftism podcast by For and of the Terminally Online. I'm also doing Special Grade Snacks, which is a Jujutsu Kaisen watch-along podcast that I do with my very, very good friend Kay. Those are all very good podcasts in my personal onion. Thank you also to Matt GameCube and Noisepace.xyz for hosting this and so many of those other aforementioned podcasts, as well as my Podcabbages. And I think that's everything. So, until next time, I'm Sarah.
I'm Blair.
I'm Summer.
And remember,
you can put a fucked up guy anywhere.
Good night, everyone.
That's going to sound seamless once I edit it.
I'm so excited.
We're all going to sound so professional and funny. I'll edit in extra jokes.